Everybody, my name is Elizabeth Caldwell. I'm the news director at Public Radio Tulsa. Thanks for tuning in to our Live at Lunch. We usually have a little tile here that protects our privacy while we're trying to go live on Instagram, but I was told that that wasn't super effective. So you're gonna have to bear with me while I hit go live on Instagram. Okay, we're live on Instagram now, and I want to tell you, I can see if you join the stream. So if you pop up, maybe I'll have a chance to say hi. But I want to take you through a few news stories today. And again, my name is Elizabeth Caldwell. I'm the news director at Public Radio Tulsa. And we're almost done with this project. It has been an amazing experience getting used to doing live videos, but it has been harrowing at times. And yes, I'm using the word harrowing, but at the end of this week, our live stream will be over. So let's soak up this time that we have left together. And tomorrow we have a special event. Ben Abrams, our ATC anchor who was on vacation and is now back, is going to do a live interview on the stream. So make sure you tune in for that, for a special guest. So I want to talk to you about a few stories real quick. Hello, tall girl. This one is from News on 6. Let me show you the story. So the U.S. Senate approved a bill to establish a national monument in Greenwood. This push started in 2023 with Senators James Lankford and Cory Booker from New Jersey. Lankford did a speech on the Senate floor while he was talking about this push to establish a national monument in Greenwood, and he sort of downplayed it a little bit. Take a listen to this clip.
What we did today with unanimous consent didn't change the property rights of any person in Tulsa or in Oklahoma. It didn't add intimate domain. It didn't change codes. It didn't give the federal government control of any square inch of my great state. It just gave a designation, a monument designation to that area. Very similar to designation, a monument designation to that area. Very similar to designation, a monument designation to that area. What we did today with unanimous consent didn't change the property rights of
Woo, we had some technical difficulties there. Glad that cleared up. But anyway, he downplayed it. We had some technical difficulties there. Glad that cleared up. But anyway, he downplayed it. We had some technical difficulties there. Glad that... Whew. Okay, so... So we're reaching out to some folks in the House of Representatives who've been involved in this effort for years, since 2023, traveling to Washington, D.C. to try and advocate for the monument. And we're going to keep our eye on that. But the second story I want to show you is about near and dear to my heart, which is about NPR. So this is a story about NPR joining some member stations. They are suing the Trump administration for cutting funding via the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. So if you're interested, and you might already know this, if you're an avid Public Radio Tulsa listener, but we get about 9% of our funding in this manner. So if you like NPR, again, this probably isn't news to you, but this has been percolating for a while. You probably know about it. But one thing that is super interesting about this story is that a tribal entity that started a public station is involved in legal battle too. This station, KSUT, right here, is involved in this legal battle too. And this KSUT operates out of the Four Corners. So it's a couple of stations in Colorado and this small station that operates out of the Four Corners. And obviously this is going to take some time to play out. This is just one of the many lawsuits that Trump is involved in. And finally, another story that caught my eye is this one by Aaron Christie in Tulsa. This has to do with the Tulsa County Jail and ICE detainers. This story is about a man who has been arrested in the United States, and he lived in the United States for decades, and he was recently arrested and detained by ICE. So Salvador Franco Gomez had been waiting on an immigration hearing for 13 years. He'd been in the U.S. since he was 19 years old. He had no criminal history. So I've seen some reports that says he was sent to Texas, but an updated story from Aaron Christie says he's actually still in Tulsa, even though the sheriff can only hold people for a certain amount of time. And it reminded me of this story that we did from Max Bryan about the sheriff's office seeking an expanded ICE contract. Although some people speculate that shipping people around the country because they can only be held for a certain amount of time in jails is kind of part of the Trump administration's push when it comes to controlling immigration, the sheriff is trying, or says he's trying, to get an expanded ICE contract. So we are following up on Aaron's story, so hopefully you'll see something on that from us soon. So that's what you have to look forward to from Public Radio Tulsa. Thanks for checking in with us, and please check out our website, publicradiotulsa.org, and you can tune in at 89.5. Thank you so much for joining us for our live